Hey, what's up, everyone? So today is Thursday, the 28th of July. It is the penultimate trading day of the month, and we're more than halfway past the year as well. So it is a big thing to finish green on not just this week, but on the month. And we've managed to certainly finish green on the day. So our daily goal is $5,000 trading profit each day, and I'm happy to report that for the 8th consecutive day in a row, we finished green, and it's green over goal. So we're finishing on 5,065 today. So it's a good green day. It was kind of a strange day to start off with. It was very tranquil, very calm to start off with. Pre-market, there wasn't a lot moving. I succumbed a little bit to FOMO. ToughBuilt started to move up on good on a good catalyst, on good news, and I jumped in. I didn't jump in with big size, but I jumped in, got up about 1,000, and then gave half of that back. I then I gave it half of that back after the bell. I then traded SIGA Technologies. So SIGA Technologies been moving up as a result of the whole monkeypox viral outbreak, and I managed to get 600 up on that one before I kind of finished the first session and took the dog for a walk, came back, and then SIGA was still moving up, and SIGA moved up extremely well today. In fact, SIGA is still moving up as I'm talking right now. All-time highs. Doesn't look like it's coming back down. It's continued to move up. It's kind of steady. It's not making huge volatile moves. It's just steady gains, and it's been like that pretty much the whole day. Bitcoin went up above 24,000 today. The rest of the crypto market followed. Ethereum was up over 1,700. And as a result, the crypto mining stocks had a bit of a rally as well. So crypto mining, the likes of Riot Blockchain, Marathon Digital, and we traded Marathon Digital. We got $400 profit out of Marathon Digital. So 400 out of ToughBuilt, 400 out of Marathon Digital, and a little over 4,000 on SIGA Technologies. That took us over the 5,000 daily goal. And at this stage of the month, I've got one more trading day left. I'm just keen to extend that winning streak into August, just for a confidence point of view. So I'm not trying to overstay my welcome. I got over my daily goal, and I locked my montage. That was it. And then we had the earnings reports for Apple and Amazon. And Apple and Amazon both shot up. It wasn't particularly spectacular earnings reports, but they both shot up, and they both really significantly made gains. Now, Intel also had earnings today, and it dropped like a stone. I thought Intel, with news of the chip bill getting past Congress in the US, I figured that might give it a bit of an impetus, but earnings were just poor. So that fell like a stone, and it dropped a good $4. So not, which is 10%. I'll show you exactly where we actually made our gains today. So we started off with ToughBuilt, and we actually started pre-market with ToughBuilt. Go to the summary page. So ToughBuilt pre-market. I wasn't planning on trading pre-market, and then it shot up. And ToughBuilt, it owed me some money from Monday. We got caught in the algorithmic flush. If you're unsure about what that is, go back and check out Monday's recap. I got caught out in the algorithmic flush. It cost me $3,500 on Monday, but this started to move back up again, and it had good news. It broke $5. I got in for the break of 520. So I could have got in for the break of $5. I could have got in for the green, but I got in here for the break of 520, and it moved up. Then it pulled back, and I took some profits here on the high of this candle, and as it pulled back and moved back up again, I took some more profits. So about 445, something like that, 450 that we took some profits. So a good move. That took us it gave us about $1,000 in profit there. It was this wick that really gave me the exit indicator. So I exited when I suddenly got this wick up. This it looked like selling pressure. It was an exit indicator, so I just exited my position, and it did pull back a bit before then, moving back up. I traded this after the bell, and we actually lost money after the bell. So this moved up past kind of 660, and it pulled all the way back down to the VWAP, and then it was just bouncing on the VWAP, and then it started to make moves up. It started to make successive moves up again. So we got in here, and as it moved up towards the half, I was looking for the half dollar, 650. It pulled back, and we got out here. So that was about 600 loss. So we're still up $400 on Tough Belt. Then we traded SIGA. Now SIGA was good to us today. It moved up, then pulled back, and then as we started to make new highs, we've got this pullback here. We got in here for the break of new highs on this candle here, and we traded it a couple of times. We took some profits, and then we added that back as we pulled back, and then we took profits up at the top here, and we got stopped out on this particular candle here. We put a trailing stop in place, but it stopped us out. So that gave us $600 there, and we kind of $1,000 up. We weren't seeing a lot of movement, nothing really volatile as such. So we went away, and we came back, went to walk the dog, got my an hour's break after a couple of hours of trading the pre-market and the first hour of the open, and came back, and you can see here that how SIGA actually moved up. I'll put it on the 2 minute. You can see it a little bit easier on the 2 minute from the open. So this is where we got it. We were kind of trading at this level here. Then we went out, and when we came back, I thought it reached a peak. It got rejected at $20, and I was just watching action on this, and amongst other things, it did come down to the VWAP, and it bounced at the VWAP, and I didn't get back in again up until much later. We had this little move here, and that's when we got another. So I was expecting this to be kind of a cup and handle scenario, so a little bit of a pullback, and that's when I got in and was able to start riding that up. And we got stopped out here, and as it moved back up again, we got this pullback, and we rode this up all the way. It did pull all the way back, and I again looked at this as a potential cup and handle again. So we got in here and rode this up and got stopped out here. So all in all, SIGA did very well for us. A little over $4,000 on the day. It was hard trading. I wasn't trading big size. I was only trading small size. I was trading like 1,000 shares, 2,500 shares. I deliberately was trading smaller today. I was just trying to stay green and not risk too much of my equity today. Wasn't feeling the market as a whole. I did trade Marathon Digital as well. So Marathon Digital, it was moving up on the crypto mining. Now you can see that there's a very distinct, almost double bottom shape, but it's kind of ruined because of this. But it did move up. And we didn't take too much. So we saw this huge move up. We got the pullback. We took a position here for 1,000 shares. Then we added another position, but we added up at the top. And as it pulled back, we exited for $400. So whilst we traded Marathon well, and it did moved up well for the rest of the day. But at that stage, I was trading SIGA, so I wasn't trading. I don't trade two stocks at the same time. So yeah, it was interesting day. A lot of movement. So there was some big movers. So plug power moved up, very volatile, but upwards movement on the day. Big day for plug power. BTTX had a really good start to the day pre-market and then just sold off. But I suppose the big news was after hours as we went into the close. And you can see Amazon trading kind of 120, earnings tape released, and off it goes. The earnings print comes out from 120 to 130, 135, 137, up to almost 139. It's consolidating a little bit now after hours, but that's a huge gain on the earnings day. We also saw Apple, similar kind of pattern, not quite as big a move, but similar kind of pattern, consolidating around kind of the 157, 156 level, very sideways, coming into the close, and then earnings print, and it took off. It's pulling back a little bit, but from 157 all the way up to 153, that's a good $6 move. So potentially could have got some good earnings on if I was trading after hours, but the volume isn't, even though the moves are big, the liquidity and the volume isn't great after hours. So I tend not to trade the after hours market, even though it is extremely volatile, particularly on an earnings print. I will now be taking Amazon as part of my longer term holding. So after this month, I'll withdraw some of my profits, and I will be taking Amazon as part of my my long term holding. And on that basis, where are we today? How much am I actually owed, if you will, in terms of what is my long term holding? Well, let's have a look, shall we? And take a look at the gains that we've made so far this month. So here we go. So this is TraderView. TraderView is it's the application. It's an online application that I use to log my trades and analyze my trades and from a statistical point of view. So 100 before today, we've got another $5,000 to add on to this. So it's $149,000 total gains. This is total trade profit. Doesn't include transaction fees, SEC or FINRA or commissions or anything like that. This is just pure trade profit. So 144,000 trade profit. We've got one more day left. We'll add the 5,000 from today onto that. Takes me to 149. So I want to be over 150. Ideally over 155, and that way I can take the 125 out and leave myself with 30 for August. So if I have a 6K day tomorrow, so that's the goal tomorrow, is to have a 6K day, and we look in good shape for the year. Why am I saying that? Good shape for the year. What does that mean? If I look at what's going on here with regards to the average daily gain, we've had huge gains in July, $8,500 per day on average, which is way and above my $5,000 goal. And we've had really good accuracy, like a 4-to-1 accuracy in terms of successful trades, trade stock selection. So we've had a really good accuracy. If I look at my risk reward as well, 213 versus 69. So that's 210 versus 70 will be exactly 3-to-1. So it's approximately 3-to-1 on the risk versus reward, which is better than the 2-to-1 ratio. Now, if I'm looking at 4-to-1 on the accuracy, 2-to-1 on the risk reward, it's no wonder that I'm having a good profitable July. Let's just want to filter that from the beginning of the year. So 690 So before today, we'll be adding, as I say, we'll be adding on another 5,000. It won't move the needle that much, but it's slightly up. But 690, so 695,000 for the year to date. But it's the statistics that you want to be looking at. So here we've got 69% win, 31% losses. So it's a little better than 2-1, but it's not quite as high as what it has been in July. And the risk reward is 1.2 versus 600k. So that's pretty much spot on as a 2-1 risk reward ratio. You can see that the P&L graph across the course of the year is very crooked. That's normal. We do get drawdowns, we get red days, and what does my overall year look like? Let's take a look at it from a calendar perspective. You can see January, I had a good January. My second best trading, well, it's actually my third after July now. So June, then July, then January. All the J's have been successful for me this year. So January, we had 2 red days in January. We had 3 red days in February, 4 in March, and again in April. May, we didn't really make much money in May. In fact, we actually lost money after transaction charges and things. And we had 3 red days in June. So we had a really good June. We've had 3 red days so far in July. Today's another green day. I want to finish tomorrow on green as well, and then maybe get into the start of August and have put a little bit of a streak together. My longest winning streak so far is from the end of May and the beginning of June. So 14 consecutive trading days green. That's my longest streak so far this year. My last red day was the 18th of July. So right now we're 8 days, 9 days. It will be tomorrow. So we're not too far off that. If we have a fully green week next week and a green day tomorrow, we'll be matching that, or even going one better. So let's see how that works. Yeah, I've been enjoying my trading this month. I enjoyed my trading last month. What I would say is Pagaya. So I'll go back to the actual statistics. So let's look at the detailed, and let's go back to July and filter that back off again. But let's go look at the instrument. You can see here Pagaya, which we've traded this whole last 2 weeks, or the last week and a bit, is my biggest gainer in terms of individual tickers, individual stocks. Pagaya, by far away the biggest gainer in July. And if we look at that on the chart, I'll pull Pagaya up. How did that fare today? Well, let's have a look at the daily. So we had this run up last week on Wednesday. We caught that. Then Thursday had a quiet day. Friday we got this run up. We made over $30,000 on Pagaya alone on last Friday. Then it had a quiet day on Monday before running up again on Tuesday, and we managed to take over $20,000 on or 26,000, I think it was, on off Pagaya on Tuesday. Yesterday had another run up, another good green rally, and we managed to take gains off it again yesterday. Now it did have a quiet bit of a pullback, bit of a consolidation day. If this was a 1 minute or a 5 minute chart, you'd be screaming out potential bull flag there. There's the flag pole, and you've got a bull flag. So potentially we're looking for maybe a rally tomorrow with Pagaya. We'll see how it acts in the pre-market session. But if it does start to rally, if we do get a bit of a gap up or a move up, if it breaks $20 in the out of hours session, I don't think there's a problem. I think we could potentially reach highs of 25 again. Or even 30 tomorrow. So let's see what happens. It has to have volume. It has to have good volume for us to do that. But Pagaya's been good to us this last week, so that's my one stock that I'm going to be watching closely tomorrow. Of course, SIGA You can see this movement up to the all-time highs. It really is something that I will be watching tomorrow as well. So SIGA Technologies, Pagaya, and potentially Tough Belt. So Tough Belt had that mention of the secondary offering. It had good catalyst today and then moved up again. So maybe Tough Belt will build another bit of momentum and move back up, and who knows, we might even see these all-time highs again. So I'll be watching Tough Belt. I don't, to be fair, I don't really expect Tough Belt to be really volatile tomorrow and move up, but I do expect Pagaya to potentially be something to watch. And if it breaks $20 in the out of hours session, or if it holds its gains above $18 in the out of hours session, it could be interesting tomorrow. So that being said, I'm going to finish up for the day. So remember to give me one of those and not one of those, and subscribe to the channel, because I'm back at it tomorrow, 90 minutes before the market opens at 8 a.m. East Coast, and that's 1 p.m. where I'm based in Dublin, or even UK time, 2 p.m. on the continent of Europe. If you're based anywhere else, work out it, world clock on the internet. Google is your friend. Work out your own time zones. I'm sure you can work it out on your phone as well. I'll see you there 90 minutes before the market opens tomorrow for the last trading day of the month. We want it to be a good one. We want it to be a green one. We want it to be a good green day tomorrow. Come join me. Let's see how we get on. I'll see you there.